This team is producing stories that are changing lives, making a difference, leading to reform. Those are the kinds of things that really make watchdog journalism one of the most important things that any newsroom will ever do.
At the start of 2007, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel had no dedicated investigative reporting team. The paper had a rich tradition of in-depth journalism, but set out to build a team.
Journal Sentinel newsroom, this is Ben Poston.
While changing a culture and branding its watchdog work. Editor Martin Kaiser and managing editor George Stanley decided to ramp up the newsroom's investigative journalism.
This is a time when newsrooms aren't growing, oftentimes they're shrinking, but it's forcing us to look around and say, what do we do best? How do we be more relevant than anybody else?
To come up with the number of people we needed in the investigative team, we really looked at the beats that we wanted to cover with investigative journalism, local government, law and order. We wanted a consumer beat.
They hired a new assistant managing editor, Mark Katchis, to oversee projects and investigations.
We worked quickly. I started assembling a team by February of 2007. We had the start of that team in place and went right to work.
Immediately, Katchis began assembling a new team, finding some of the best veteran staffers who had a strong track record of watchdog journalism.
The people on the investigative team have strong investigative instincts.
That there aren't some sort of lights there.
They know how to look through records, they know how to mine data, and they have computer-assisted reporting skills.
Soon after, 3 more reporters are added to boost the Journal Sentinel to one of the largest watchdog reporting teams in the country. And the team has been busy. Consider the numbers. Led by the Watchdog team, the Journal Sentinel newsroom has produced more than 60 Journal Sentinel watchdog reports. The team's searchable database site, Data on Demand, has generated nearly 4 million page views. And Citizen Watchdog, a one-stop center for Wisconsin residents to check on government, has grown in popularity with readers. The 2-person public investigator consumer watchdog team has generated more than 50 stories.
Our main focus is to work on consumer angle stories that often would be overlooked in a newsroom.
But then I had another
We also have a public investigator blog that we try to update at least once a day, sometimes multiple times a day. It allows us to interact with readers more and kind of like solicit ideas and understand if other people are being affected by something. The other good thing is we can share response and reaction to our stories. And with some of our stories, we get a ton of reaction. So the blog's a really good way to do that.
In April, the Journal Sentinel won a Pulitzer Prize for uncovering a Milwaukee County pension scandal that cost taxpayers more than $50 million.
There it is.
It was the first story pursued by the first reporter named to the team, Dave Umhafer.
This was a story I jumped on immediately. It was my first proposal to Mark Katchis was to do this story, and being on the team gave me the time I needed and the resources to go after this. 2 members of the team, Carrie Spivak and Meg Kissinger, joined with science writer Susanne Russ to detail the EPA's failures to regulate dangerous household chemicals.
In the last 25 years, there's just been a proliferation of chemicals onto the marketplace, and we really don't know what the effects of these are.
For the next 6 to 8 months or so, we just plowed into this topic. We started looking at what these chemicals do, looking at it from the scientific aspect, as well as the governmental aspect, and seeing what the government was doing about it, which was not a whole lot.
The 2-part series, Chemical Fallout, won a Sigma Delta Chi Award.
These stories inform our readers, they inform the public, and they give them knowledge, and knowledge is power.
Investigative journalism is one of the most important things we do.
It brings readers back to the newspaper. It makes us relevant. It makes us important.
Everybody is catching the sort of spirit of doing this.
And the Watchdog team is just a lot of fun, and we have a good time.
It's a great time.
Do you want me to go first?
You can.
I thought you were going to go first.
Okay.
Is this a thing where you have to have like people facing in different directions?
We get a lot of calls from crazies.
And my mom did a great job too.
I'm gonna have to step in, clearly.
So the Chemical Fallout series won the Sigma Delta Chi Award for, hold on a second.
That's okay.
What did we win for?
What?
What What did it win for? Was it non-dead on? Okay.